But a Virginia woman says she believes her mother died as a result of the vaccine.
He died.
They found her dead in her room.
She died Wednesday from a reaction to the COVID vaccine.
Her death is likely a result of the vaccine.
A Kansas woman died shortly after getting the shot.
58-year-old mother died less than an hour after receiving the Pfizer vaccine.
And in Orange County, an X-ray technician has died after getting his second dose of the Pfizer vaccine.
And out of this, an investigation underway after someone died just hours after getting the COVID-19 vaccine.
Orange County Coroner's Office is investigating the death of a woman who passed away several days after getting her second Moderna vaccine.
The Detroit media icon was found dead at her home last Tuesday by her husband just one day after taking the COVID-19 vaccine.
In less than probably 12 hours, she was intubated and on life support. And then she passed 30 hours after we took her to the emergency room.
He was wheeled out in an ambulance. 1 hour later, he was in ICU on a ventilator. And 3 hours later, he passed away.
A 55-year-old man passed away at Tamworth Hospital after developing blood clots 8 days after receiving the jab.
We have details tonight on a new AstraZeneca vaccine tragedy with confirmation a Belmont woman died from a rare blood complication.
On Thursday, we learned of an Oregon woman in her 50s who developed a serious blood clot in combination with very low platelets and died.
She died April 19th from an acute subarachnoid hemorrhage, essentially a brain bleed.
New South Wales Health has now confirmed reports a woman from the Central Coast, believed to be 48 years old, has died after developing blood clots.
Her name is Jessica Berg Wilson, and she died on September 7th. Her obituary says it was from COVID-19 vaccine-induced thrombotic thrombocytopenia. In other words, blood clots.
Tim Zook was admitted into the ER of the same hospital he was working at.
Within a couple hours, he just couldn't breathe on his own. He had stomach problems. He was complaining that he wasn't feeling good. He was so bad, he voluntarily told them, "Put me on the ventilator. I want to live." Those were his last words.
When they tried to get help, her daughter says they were sent home.
She told them everything that was wrong. Like, I did have the AstraZeneca shot, and the woman told her there's nothing they can do. She needs to go home and take a Tylenol.
Jordan says the next morning her mom couldn't get out of bed. Stonehouse went to the Strathcona Hospital, where a CT scan found a blood clot. The family says she was rushed to the University of Alberta Hospital and had a stroke on the way.
At that time, they said the brain bleed was so severe that there was nothing that they could do for her.
2 days after her second dose, Griselda's family says they found her dead in her room.
I'm very, very worried about public safety because now it's just like, if my mom passed away, how many other people are going to pass away?
The Facebook picture that captured Augusta Turiaco's delight at getting a COVID vaccine. The 55-year-old Italian posting, "Fatto, done," on March the 11th. Despite developing a headache and feeling unwell afterwards, she returned to her work as a music teacher. Posting again to reassure friends, saying everything will be all right. Sadly, it was not to be. Her condition worsened. She fell into a coma and died 19 days after having the AstraZeneca injection.
Has there been another vaccine that had the high incidence of serious hospitalizations and deaths that this vaccine is now showing?
Not to this extent, absolutely not.
Not even
this one,
not
even close. Not even close.
Any other vaccine would have been pulled from the market.
Absolutely, it would have been pulled probably within the first few, just
Right.
as we've seen in the past. What was it?
And have you seen any other vaccine that was put out for the public that skipped the animal test?
Never before,
Skip.
especially for children.
And as what I've read, they actually started the animal test, and because the animals were dying, they stopped the test.
Right.
Folks, I think that's important to understand there, that what we're talking about is the American people are now the guinea pigs. This is the test program that's going on. They didn't do the human testing, and they stopped the animal test because the animals were dying. And then they turned it out for the public. And we are now looking at businesses that want to mandate that this experimental vaccine be given to people as a condition of their employment. And yet we have this death count that continues to rise and be totally ignored.
So you might be wondering how someone in such great shape could suffer cardiac arrest.
The reason for his collapse is unknown.
The reason why Manny collapsed in the first place still isn't known.
Did she have any signs
No.
before this race?
Absolutely not. She felt like she was in the best shape of her life.
That's incredible.
It's just one of those tragedies.
I want to be straight with you. There will be no return to the old normal for the foreseeable future. I repeat, there will be no return to the old normal for the foreseeable future.